Are you looking for the best smart TVs for streaming winter? In this video we will look at some of the best smart TVs for streaming winter on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Samsung S90C OLED. The best smart television we've tested is the Samsung S90C OLED. It's an amazing TV with a great selection of smart features, including support for Bixby and Alexa voice assistants. This means you can choose your preferred platform and spend less time searching for content and more time enjoying your new TV. If you don't want to use voice assistants, its well-organized Hisense smart interface is fast and easy to use. It has a huge selection of streaming apps, so you can quickly find your favorite shows. Its QD OLED panel is extremely colorful compared to OLED panels from LG, making it one of the most vibrant TVs on the market alongside other QD OLED TVs from Sony and Samsung. Like all OLEDs, the TV looks great in a dark room, but it's no slouch in a bright room either. It easily gets bright enough to overcome glare and bright lights, and its reflection handling is fantastic. Of course, you get perfect black levels when using it in a dark room thanks to its near-infinite contrast ratio, and there's no distracting blooming around bright objects in dark scenes. If you have money to burn, you could opt for the Samsung S95C OLED instead. It's Samsung's 2023 flagship option and is an amazing TV. It's brighter than the S90C, but for most people, it's not worth the significant price premium over its lower-tier sibling. At number 2. Sony A95L OLED. Although the Samsung S90C OLED is the best choice for most users due to its incredible value proposition, if you want the best home theater experience possible and have money to burn, consider the more expensive Sony A95L OLED. Compared to Samsung's HDR10 Plus format, the Sony TV supports the more popular Dolby Vision HDR, so you'll enjoy the most advanced HDR experience possible from almost any source. Sony's processing does a better job following the content creator's intent, so the brightness and colors of HDR content look the way they're supposed to. It also offers better audio format support than the Samsung, including DTS-X pass-through over eARC, so you can simplify your connection to your audio-video receiver by running everything through your TV without sacrificing audio quality. Overall, you'll get the best HDR experience possible from more content with the Sony than you would with the Samsung. The Sony is also no slouch when it comes to smart features. It runs the built-in Google TV interface, which is slower than Samsung's Tizen OS but has more features and a wider selection of streaming apps. It supports hands-free voice control, so you can find your favorite content without the remote or use the voice assistant to control your other devices. Truly, if you're willing to pay its high price, the A95L might very well be the best TV around. It's available in 3 sizes, 55, 65, and 77 inches. At number 3. Sony X93L/X93CL. If you're looking for the best TV for streaming in a bright room, check out the Sony X93L/X93CL. Unlike our top 2 picks, this TV isn't an OLED, and as such, it doesn't look nearly as good in a dark room due to more blooming around bright objects in darker scenes, including around subtitles. However, it looks much better in well-lit rooms thanks to its bright mini LED backlight and excellent reflection handling, making it an excellent choice for a bright viewing environment. It's even bright enough to use outdoors but isn't weatherproof, so you'll need an appropriate enclosure. It has Sony's legendary image processing capabilities, so streaming content looks its best. As far as smart features go, it's identical to the Sony A95L OLED, with the same great Google TV interface. There's a huge selection of streaming apps, and the remote makes it easy to find your favorite content thanks to its built-in support for different voice assistants. The TV has an okay viewing angle, good enough for a wide seating arrangement, or if you like to move around with the TV on, although the image noticeably darkens at a moderate viewing angle. For those with deep pockets, the Sony X95L is the best LED TV on the market but is only available in an 85-inch size in North America. Plus, as amazing as it is, it's not worth the price increase over the X93L for most people. At number 4. LG C3 OLED. If you want an OLED that is more versatile than the Samsung S90C OLED but isn't nearly as expensive as the Sony A95L OLED, check out the upper mid-range LG C3 OLED. It uses a OLED panel, which isn't as bright or as colorful as the QD OLED found in the Samsung or Sony OLEDs above, so highlights don't pop as much in HDR, and colors aren't as vivid. But, the LG offers the same near-infinite contrast that OLEDs are known for, making it a fantastic choice in darkrooms. In terms of its smart features, LG's proprietary WebOS smart platform is excellent, as it's easy to use, and navigating through it feels smooth. LG's remotes are unique because they have a point-and-press feature, similar to a Nintendo Wii remote, that lets you easily choose apps and settings in the menu, saving you the hassle of scrolling through everything with a directional pad. The WebOS smart platform also allows customization with different profiles, so you can have a different layout than someone else at home. The C3 is available in a ton of sizes, from as small as 42 inches to as big as 83. For something a bit more premium, you could also go for the LG G3 OLED, as its amazing HDR peak brightness partly makes up for OLED's color disadvantage compared to QD OLED. Like the C3, it's a great home theater choice with its advanced audio and video format support. It's expensive but cheaper than the N95L, making it a good premium alternative for home theater aficionados. At number 5. LG B3 OLED. If you'd like an OLED but don't need 4 HDMI 2.1 ports or high HDR peak brightness, the LG B3 OLED is a great mid-range TV and can serve as an excellent entry point into the OLED market. The TV has all the features of the more expensive LG C3 OLED, but the B3 is dimmer and has only 2 HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports. It still delivers outstanding picture quality, especially in a dark room, with its near-infinite contrast ratio delivering deep, inky blacks with no distracting blooming. Like the C3, this TV has a wide color gamut and is extremely accurate without any calibration, so movies look as the content creator intended. Of course, it's not nearly as bright as any of the OLEDs above it, but it's also significantly cheaper. And just like its more expensive sibling, it has Dolby Vision HDR and supports DTS advanced audio formats, with very good image processing, making it a fantastic mid-range home theater OLED. Finally, it runs the same great WebOS smart interface as the more expensive LG, with the same point-and-press smart remote. The TV is available in 55, 65, and 77-inch models. At number 6. Hisense U7K, U7, U75K. If you want high-end performance but don't want to spend high-end prices, or if you watch content in mostly bright rooms, check out the Hisense U7K. It's cheaper than anything recommended up to this point but delivers picture quality that is almost as good as the Sony X93L/X93CL. It has a great mini LED backlight, letting it simultaneously provide incredibly bright highlights and deep blacks, with barely any blooming around bright objects in dark scenes. HDR content looks great, and it supports both Dolby Vision HDR and HDR10+ for the best HDR experience possible, as well as advanced audio formats, like DTS DeX over eARC, for the best sound when watching content on physical media. Even better, the U7K has very good image processing overall, making it a cheaper option for a home entertainment setup than the more expensive models from LG and Sony. Unfortunately, its viewing angle is subpar, making it a bad choice for a wide seating arrangement. It runs the Google TV interface, which is fast and easy to use, and it has a great selection of streaming features, so you're sure to find your favorite shows. It's available in 4 sizes, 55, 65, 75, and 85 inches. If you want a brighter TV, go for the higher-tier Hisense U8/U8K. The U8K is incredibly bright but has the same features as the U7K. At number 7. Hisense U6/U6K. If you want to save money, the best budget smart TV we've tested is the Hisense U6/U6K. Compared with the Hisense U7K, the main trade-off is that it doesn't get as bright, so highlights don't pop as much in HDR, which is normal for a budget-friendly model. It also has worse reflection handling, so it's better to use in a dark room, or it displays deep blacks thanks to its full-array local dimming feature. Unfortunately, there's some blooming around bright objects. It upscales content well, has good HDR gradient handling, and is very accurate overall, so it displays most content the way its creator intended. Like the U7K, it runs the Google TV interface, which is very simple to use once you're used to it, and has a great selection of streaming channels. The included remote supports voice control, which is great if you want to find content quickly. The TV even has an integrated microphone for hands-free voice control, which you can turn off with a switch if you're worried about privacy. If you're a Costco member, you might want to consider the Hisense U6/65K instead. It's just a bit worse than the U6K but significantly cheaper.